Hey you guys, thanks for coming to check out another tutorial. Today is a knotless braid tutorial and I'm super excited to give this one a try for you guys. I have done knotless braids a few times in the past and this time I really wanted to challenge myself to try my best to make as straight of parts as possible. It's hard for me. I do not have eyes in the back of my head. I used the assistance of a mirror to try to help me. I'm not good at using a mirror to help me either. I never perfected that skill. So this one was a bit of a challenge for me, you guys, but I was happy to give it a go for you guys. So here is my brand new edge control. This is amazing stuff, you guys. I've been trying out different edge controls for a while now, and this is the one that I settled on because I absolutely love it. I love it for braids and as well as holding down baby hairs, and a lot of times I have to use two different products for that. I was using the edge styler, the Style Factor for my baby hairs, and then I was using the Stasha for my braids. And this product, I can just use this one product for braids and baby hairs, so I'm super happy with it. So I just use that to sleek my edges and to lay down the hair for the knotless braid. So in the back, I just did a part from ear to ear, trying to make it as straight as possible, you guys. I'm still learning. And then I just did 3 parted sections in the back for 3 braids. So I also want to make it a point to let you guys know you need a very thin rat tail comb for this because you want the hair to lay as flat as possible for the knotless braid. I also used my clips. These are the assorted clips from my site. You can grab those on GLEEmade.com. I also used my brand new braiding hair. This is my GLEEmade braiding hair. It comes in a variety and assortment of colors. It's 52 inches and it's pre-stretched, it's pre-combed, pre-treated, and it's really smooth and soft. So it's not harsh on your fingers at all. It's hypoallergenic and it's just a really nice grade of braiding hair. My hope is to come out with even longer length soon, but you can obviously make it longer by just feeding in more hair, and this hair is 52 inches. So I will leave a link down below if you want to grab some of this hair from my site. The color that I'm using today is color number 4. That's my favorite color to use, and it blends the best with my hair because my hair is color treated. So I just use the regular technique of knotless braids. You separate the section into 3 parts, 3 legs of the braid. You start braiding your own hair on its own. 1 or 2 rotations, you braid your own hair. Then you start taking the braid hair and start adding in small sections into the braid. You're going to add 3 small sections into the braid, and that's the size of braid that you're going to get. The first braid for me is always like atrocious and is a test of like, is this the right size? Is this the right technique? Am I doing this right? And then the braids get better and better. With every braid that I do, it gets better and better. So I always make sure that I start in the back because the braids in the back to me are always like the lowest quality, and it's like the start of the learning curve. Even though I know how to do knotless braids, I just don't do them that often that I kind of like lose my technique with time. But yeah, each braid always gets better. So as you can see, all my sections are the same size. So each section that I pull off the rack is literally the same size as the section before. I know a lot of people use like different sizes of sections, but that's too hard for me to manage when I'm braiding my hair by myself. So I just do all the same size sections on the rack so that I can just indiscriminately pull the hair and not worry about what size I'm pulling. And it just helps me go faster to have all those sections pre-separated on the rack. So at this second section that I'm going to split, I usually try to go just under that first curve of my hairline. So it's kind of like where my eyebrow line is, I guess. I just start there where that first curve of my hairline is. And then I just go all the way around in like a semicircle shape and trying my best to keep the parts as straight as possible. I did use the mirror. I bring it all the way around to the other side and then just line it up if I need to, and just make sure that it's even on both sides. So I know a lot of people will say, you know, you're supposed to add your edge control first, then do your part. I'm going to be honest, you guys, I haven't mastered that technique yet. I've tried it several times, but me doing my hair on myself, that's a very difficult step for me. So I just part it as usual and then add the edge control after. And then if I need to clean it up while the edge control is on it, I do that as well. I also pull out my baby hairs because I definitely want extra edges. If you don't want extra edges, you don't have to do that step, but I like a lot of baby hairs. It doesn't matter if it's braids, crochets, if it's a lace front, a frontal, a closure. I just like extra baby hairs. So I'm always going to pull those out. You definitely can skip that step though. So I make sure to start with a part right in the middle of the braid that's below it. I want to do the bricklaying method because since my braids are so jumbo, I want them to fall directly in the line of the part beneath it. So if it makes sense, if you see the part underneath this section, I want this braid to fall literally hiding that part because I know that if that braid falls there, there will be no gaps and spaces in my finished product of my braids when they're done. A lot of times when you do jumbo braids, they look messy and they don't look full and thick because the braids are not placed properly and it looks like there's a lot of gaps and spaces in the braids because they are so jumbo. But if you place the parts properly and you make sure that you're laying the braids where the part beneath it is, it will look full. And you'll see at the end when I'm done with the braids, the way the braids lay, they still look very full and not gappy and spaced out because I was super, super meticulous about where the braids were falling and where my parts were so that the hair looked full from the back. That was really important to me. So if you want to achieve this, then definitely make sure that your parts are laying in between the braid below it. So you'll also see me smoothing the parted sections of my own natural hair over and over again, just to ensure that my own natural hair is staying smooth and laying as smooth as possible. My hair is 4C and it is not relaxed. I know it looks straight right now because it's blown out, but it is not straight and it's not relaxed. So as much as possible, I want to try to keep my hair tame and flat while I go through the process of braiding these knotless braids, because that's what's going to make it look like nice and neat, you know? So as you know, this is a long process, so I decided to give it another day. I went to sleep and finished up my braids the next day. You guys, look how gorgeous these braids are looking. Like, they already look so full, so beautiful. I was really excited. I'm like low-key super proud of myself. I feel like these are some of the neatest, cleanest parts and cleanest braids I've done in a long time. And I definitely attribute it to this hair just being so smooth and so nice to work with. And, you know, just using the right products makes all the difference in the world, you guys. Like, finding a product that you like, that works well for you, and you know that is easy for you to work with, especially when you're doing your hair yourself at home, is just key. So definitely make sure you do your research and find something that works for you. So also be sure that this last braid at the crown in the back is being braided towards the back of the head. You don't want that braid to be falling to the side of your head. You want that braid to be braided in a direction where it's going to the back of your head. So just make sure that when you're braiding that last one, that it's positioned to the back. if you guys like these colorful alligator clips, they are available on my site in multiple colors in a set of 5. So you can definitely head over the site and grab those. They come in so handy when you're styling your hair, especially on your own. It just helps to keep the hair separated, and it doesn't put too much tension on the hair because it is pretty soft. So I'm sure you guys noticed I do have a bald patch that has developed in the front of my head. I don't know, you guys. I guess it's from stress, not eating well, not sleeping enough, this pandemic, just being an adult, raising kids, and doing the most. I don't know, you guys. I've just developed a little bit of a bald patch. So I've been doing the usual. I've been putting Jamaican black castor oil on it. If you guys know of any serums or any treatments that could help, I'm more than open to trying it. It's just hair. I know it'll grow back, but yeah, it's definitely there. You're not seeing things. I tried my best to edit out the sections where it was really, really bad, but I wanted some braids, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna own this. I have a little hair issue going on right now, but it's okay, and I want to do some braids, so here we are. So we are finally done. The braids are done. These knotless braids came out so gorgeous. I'm so proud of myself. It was a lot of work. My arms are tired, but they came out gorgeous. Here is a cup of boiling water. It is a thermos cup, so it does retain the heat. I would definitely suggest using one of these because you're going to have to dip both sides, and you don't want a cup that's going to get cool after the first time you dip the first side. So I would say just separate your hair into 2 sides and dip it. Then you're going to want to just dip the ends because the ends will come out a little wavy. So just dip the ends again and pull the towel down. Pulling and adding tension to the braids on the end will straighten the ends. So just make sure you do that so the ends are nice and straight. Now it's the next day. I've thrown some makeup on for you guys, and now it's time to do these baby hairs. So my baby hairs were a little bit long, so I did just trim like just the end and straggly hairs off. I do this from time to time because, like I said, I'm extra with my baby hairs, and I just like them to be perfect. You do not have to do that. You do not have to tell me that I don't have to do that. I know what I do. It's okay. It's my choice. It's my hair. And I just like my baby hairs to look a certain way. But yeah, you can go ahead and style your baby hairs. Again, this is the GLEEmade Edge Control. It's great for slicking down your baby hairs. It's also great for using as a tamer for your braids. So this is kind of a one product all around great product for your edges and for braided styles. So I added my GLEEmade baby hair scarf to hold my baby hairs down. I'm using my GLEEmade styling mousse to go ahead and just just hold down any flyaways and just tame the braids and keep all the hairs in place and just give it that really nice shine and that smooth, clean finish. I didn't have a do-rag, so I just used a wig stocking cap, blow dried the mousse, set everything, and this is the end result, you guys. I am so pressed over these braids. I have a deep affinity towards braids. They just remind me of my childhood. I just feel more connected to my culture, to my family. It reminds me of when I used to sit and my mother used to braid my hair on those long Sundays, making sure that I looked beautiful for school. And I just love braids. I have a deep connection to braids. And so whenever I start feeling like I need to put some braids in my hair, I literally stop everything and do that. And I'm so proud of the way these braids came out. I love the new products that are a part of the GLEEmade collection. I'd love for you guys to try them out and let me know your thoughts. If you do, please share your thoughts with me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share this video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.